Which log splitter from Harbor Freight should you pick up? The 20-ton or the 30-ton? That's what I'm going to discuss in this video. We're going to compare and contrast them, talk about a few of the differences, and do a little speed test of which one splits wood faster, and then just discuss why one might be better for you than the other, depending on who you are. So let's just talk about the first thing. If you are gonna have to lug these things around, which one's easier to move around? Well, I can tell you without a doubt, that's the 20-ton. Not that you'll get a lot out of the demonstration of this from me, but this thing's definitely easier to get up, to pick up and move around a property than the 30-ton. So the 20-ton is definitely lighter. Of course, there is a grab handle here on the 30-ton, but it's just definitely heavier. There's more heft to it. It's wider. The hydraulic ram is heavier. The hydraulic fluid reservoir is larger. It's definitely got a bigger beam here that the splitter rides on. And so that's just gonna lend it to being definitely a heavier log splitter to move around. They both come with 2-inch balls that you're gonna be able to hook onto any truck or tractor to move them around. And then of course some safety chains. The safety chains are pretty much exactly the same on both of them. And like I said, you have this grab handle to move it around. Now, one place that the 30-ton is gonna shine a little bit compared to the 20-ton is it has this adjustable foot here. I'll swing this around, and it's not an adjustable foot. It doesn't actually have any raising or lowering adjustability, but it's out here where it's easy to get to. So say you lock the ball on a truck, then you can easily just pull the, I wasn't quite able to get it to latch. You can just pull the pin and there it'll latch itself, and then it just swings back down and latches shut. Now on this one, pull the pin out and lift the foot back, and then you have to put the pin back in here. Just not quite as easy of a system for lifting that foot up for towing, should you need to, but honestly not that big of a deal. Okay, moving back, not that this is an I-beam, but this 30-ton has more of the I-beam standard log splitter style that you see on pretty much all the other log splitters, that if you go to any home and garden, farm and ranch retail store, you're gonna find the log splitters that they're selling there have. Also, you have this exposed hydraulic cylinder up here on top that runs the splitting wedge, where you have on this one, the 20-ton, it is encased here inside the splitting frame, I'll call it, because it's definitely welded up to be that way. This whole cylinder moves in and out, and the splitting wedge is welded to the cylinder. Before we get too far into this video, let me know which one you wind up picking up if you are actually trying to decide between these two log splitters, or even if you don't wind up picking up either of them. I'm sure plenty of people are gonna view this video just out of curiosity. Let me know which one you would pick up if you had an extra $1,000 or $1,500 laying around for a log splitter to just go pick up just because. So moving on with the side view, I'm gonna be honest, I think I actually like the log catches on the 20-ton better than the 30-ton, though the 30-ton are definitely sturdier. So I kind of like the log catches better there in the sense that they're wider and there's more surface area to set the logs on. But I do like these better in the sense that they kind of hold the logs in a little bit better. With the splitting wedges, again, you can just see the side view. This is a double splitting wedge. It splits forward and it splits back, where this is just like a standard every other splitting log splitter, and it splits only going forward, and then you have to retract it back before you can split again. So moving on back to the hydraulic control valves, on the 30-ton, you press it forward and you have to hold it forward for the wedge to continue moving forward to split the log. And then when you're finished, you let go and it stops, and then you hit the control lever back, and it's going to retract the splitting wedge back into the cylinder. And as soon as it has bottomed out and the cylinder cannot go back anymore, it'll automatically push itself forward and the log splitter will no longer be in motion. Now, the difference with the 20-ton is the 20-ton has a forward, where you push forward with the control lever, and a reverse, where you have to hold it backward with the control lever. And that is obviously because this is a double-sided log splitter, where this is the more standard one-way log splitter. Moving on, they're both ran off of Predator 212cc engines, and then they're both resting on the frame where the hydraulic fluid is held that kind of holds the rest of the log splitter together. And then both log splitters are powered by Butcher hydraulic pumps One is a little bit different than the other. I think that's part of where you're getting a little bit more power from. The 30-ton hydraulic pump is a lot beefier, it's a lot bigger than the 20-ton. And then another difference is with the wheels back in this section, the wheels on the 20-ton are not covered, where the wheels on the 30-ton have some reflectors and fenders that they sit underneath. And then really one of the final differences between the two of them as far as the hydraulic setup goes is that the 30-ton comes with a filter installed, a filter adapter or filter housing installed on it, where the 20-ton doesn't. And that's something that you're going to have to install aftermarket on your own should you feel like you need it, which I do. I would really like to get one. I just haven't put in the time or the money to get that together, because I'm sure it's going to cost me, you know, $60 or $80. So the other difference that you can't see just by looking at these is the price. You're looking at $1,000 for this log splitter and $1,300 for this log splitter. I would not be too terribly surprised if we see the price on this drop a little bit, because I've noticed a lot of the tools that Harbor Freight comes out with when they're brand new, the price just a little bit higher, and then they bring the price down after they've been out for sale for a little bit of time. Now that doesn't happen with every single one, but I definitely noticed it with their cordless power tools. And so I wonder if that will be the case for these. This is still pretty much a brand new log splitter. It's maybe been on the market for 3 months. Definitely go look at updated pricing on this. I wonder if this price wouldn't come down. And I think one last difference to mention between these two log splitters is that this has vertical splitting capability, where you are stuck, as far as I know, with this 20-ton and horizontal. So you can split with this one horizontally, or if you get a really big log that you just can't lift on to the log splitter, you pull this lever, tip it up, and you can split vertically as well. My ground's not super level here, so it's not letting it latch all the way in, which is honestly fine. And then of course you can just fold it right back down and you're back to splitting horizontally, where on the 20-ton you only have the option of splitting horizontally. Okay, and the next thing that I want to demonstrate about these two is one of the things that I think is a really big point to make about which one you'd rather purchase between the 20-ton and the 30-ton. In my mind, the 20-ton is going to be faster for splitting, especially with softer, easier to split firewood. And I'm hoping that my little demonstration here is going to work based on just the very little amount of work that I'm going to do. If you're splitting a lot of softwood where a ton of splitting force is not really necessary, then this 20-ton might honestly be the better option. If you are doing a lot, especially big logs where you need that vertical splitting capability and, you know, just stronger splitting force, that might be for where the 30-ton comes in for you. Or if you just like, you know, the more standard log splitter style, that might be another thing to consider too. Here's the first half. I'm just gonna get that set there. And here's the second half. I guess this is kind of in the way, but you might be able to get a decent idea there of, you know, these logs are almost the same size. Is it Douglas fir? It's either just Douglas fir or ponderosa pine. It's really too dried out for me to really be able to say for sure right now. But very easy splitting wood. Should both be fueled up enough. Yep. Okay, that's about 3/4 throttle. So like I said, we're going to split this into 4 pieces using its double splitting action. I'm going to try and keep as much human error out of this as possible, but I may not be perfect. Let's go. So technically, yes, it goes all the way back. I could stop it from doing that. Maybe I should for the purpose of 2 pieces, and choosing to do that on your own. Maybe I should put on some safety glasses. 4 pieces, and the last one. So I don't know why, but doing that just now, I don't know that I felt like the double-sided splitting action was really any faster. I can tell you that if you've got 2 people and you're going back and forth splitting wood, this is definitely going to be the faster one. Maybe I'm saying definitely as if like there's no doubt about it. I still would think that this one would be quicker, the 20 ton. And that's just from experience, because we've split, I mean, this is a giant wood pile. We got like 6 to 8 cords in one winter. And then we got a new wood stove that we're burning almost half the amount of wood in. And so we just don't need as much wood as we were getting for our old wood stove. In my mind, this one's still going to be the faster one. And if you just don't need the 30 ton splitting force, this one's a good idea, in my opinion. But you're saving 300 bucks here, but in my opinion, maybe you want to go and take $50 to $100. I don't know what a hydraulic filter assembly costs, but you're gonna have to adapt that onto it. I don't know which one I could get rid of, honestly. I've got both of them. I'll probably just keep both of them around unless I quit doing YouTube, because I plan on doing long-term reviews on both of them after years and years of use and discussing the things that break on them. So make sure that you click subscribe if you aren't a subscriber so you can catch those videos in the future. I do a lot of what I'm just kind of starting to call rural living content. Thanks everybody again for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And also don't forget to let me know in the comments below which one you'd purchase. We'll see you in the next video.